Right, straight from the island of the Red Stag, both the animal and the Red Stag, or I guess it's just Stag, Golden Quality Ale. And that, of course, is New Zealand. We're going to take a look at a knife called the International Svord Peasant knife. And you can see it's made in New Zealand. Alright, let's take a look at this little guy. Okay, a couple of the specs we'll go over first. It's got a polypropylene handle, and it's got two Chicago screws that you can tighten the tension, both the holding closed tension with this screw and the opening tension with this screw. Now, it does not have any assisted opening, and it has no lock when it opens up. And you can see when you open it up, put your hand over that and it locks it in place. So it's really actually pretty safe if you know how to handle knives. And one of the things I noticed about on the website, I just visited the website, it says to open and close, you tap to close and you also tap to open. That makes a lot of sense, kind of an intuitive way to do it. A few things about this knife. First of all, it's the blade itself is kind of a half-finished blade. Pretty cool the way they did this. And the guy who did this was Brian Baker. He's been making these things for about, I think it's about 30 or 40 years, based on I think it's about a 200-year-old design. But the blade overall length is right at 6 inches. The usable sharp part of the blade is right about 3 inches. And the grip, or the handle, is right at 5 inches. So the overall length of this knife is right about 8 1/4 inches. Okay, made of carbon steel, and like I said, it has no lock on it. And it's kind of in the same classification as a Mora. If you like a fixed blade for outdoor use, Mora is a good choice. But if you like a folder outdoor use, this one is pretty nice. But you got to keep these things oiled because they will rust. Alright, let's take a look at the weight on this little thing. And the weight of this Svord is right at 2.7 ounces. So it's a pretty light little knife. And it's also, just as a size comparison, this is the Spyderco Tenacious. It looks like it's about 1/2 inch longer than the Tenacious. Just about the same blade length though. Okay, so that's the Mora. No, it's not the Mora. It's the International Svord Peasant knife. Pretty nice knife. Let's do a little cut test right here. I'm just going to do a little cardboard cut. I did touch up the blade just a little bit when I got it, and I did oil it up. So yeah, it's really sharp. And like I said, it's made of the carbon steel, so it should hold an edge pretty good. And if it doesn't, it should be pretty easy to sharpen. So that's some pretty thick cardboard. So yeah, and I got this off of eBay for about $15, and the price was so good on eBay, I actually got 2 of them. This is the blue one. Tap to open. So I got a red one and a blue one for, I think it was right at $30 for both of them. So yeah, that's it. That's the peasant knife made in New Zealand by Svord. Pretty cool little knives. Knuckle bump.